Charlie T11, Happy Time, and today I will be telling you a gross and unpleasant story. It all started one day as I was getting in the car with my auntie and my younger cousin. They were having fun and I was having fun, and we went to go get some food. Pretty normal, right? And that's when it all started. The grossness, I tell you. Unpleasing. Unpleasant. It must be destroyed. My younger cousin took her finger, stuffed it in her nose. I looked over to see what she was doing. As I saw her pull out her finger out of her nose with a long, stretchy, juicy booger connected to the inside of her nose, and her finger slimy and unpleasant at the least. She took it, dangled from her finger, and wiped it on her leg. Yep, she wiped and she rubbed it on her leg. It dried. It was still wet. As I told my auntie, she told my other younger cousin that was only 1 year younger than me, as my guy cousin, who was 1 year younger than me, took out the napkins for the thing. My younger cousin, the girl, started trying to wipe the juicy booger leg on me. I was dodging and dodging until finally my auntie caught her leg and wiped off the juicy booger. Still disgusted, I tried scooting away a little bit, but I was already next to the door, so I just got squished against the door, which wasn't very pleasant either. So what I did is I showed my younger girl cousin some magic tricks. Of course, they were only ones her age would love, because the other older ones that were around my age would totally understand how this is totally thing. It's like I put my hand over my eye, close my eye, and pretend to take out my eyeball and just not show them what's inside my hand, which there's nothing inside my hand. But then I'll say noticing it and pretend to put back in my eyeball. Yeah, even though I just was closing my eyes pretending that I had no eyeball. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. But the story's not over. She, of course, as the disgusting little bright shining star she is crazy, fun, young, and adorable, and she's nice, kind, adorable, and quite crazy. But sometimes she can be gross. Let me just tell you that. The next thing that happened is she picked her nose again. I didn't see her do it. I just saw her move her hand in a weird position and move it away very quickly. Of course, I didn't see much of the action. I don't know how I knew that she picked her nose and wiped it somewhere. All I knew is that I knew she picked her nose and I knew she wiped it somewhere, but I didn't know where, and I didn't know for sure if she picked her nose. So I turned to my younger cousin, said, "Did you pick your nose?" She said, "No, I didn't pick my nose." And I'm like, and then I asked her again, "Did you pick your nose? Where did you wipe your booger?" I asked one more time, "Where did you wipe the booger?" And she smiled at me, pointed at the booger on the seat next to her. Luckily, it was on the side of the seat I was on. And she said, "My booger is there." I told my auntie, which was in the front seat, Surprised she wasn't hearing our conversation. We were literally right next to each other. She wiped it up. Easy as pie. You'd think it would be over there. Yeah, it was pretty disgusting and unpleasant for me. But it doesn't end there. The story goes on. She looks up at me with a diabolical grin on her face. She whirls up a ball of spit in her mouth and spits on my leg on purpose. Disgusted as I was, as that was the last thing I wanted. So, as the girl I was, I told my auntie. She wiped off the spit. My auntie told my younger cousin, stop being gross. Lilia doesn't like it. So she turned back to order our food that we were getting. As I waited, I kind of stayed as far away. By this point, she was forced to sit in our car seat, so she couldn't do any more disgusting things around me. The rest of the car ride was easy. My boy cousin, who was only 1 year younger than me, is why we were driving in the first place. We were going to his baseball game. So we set up our area under the shade. We set up a lot of area so that way we could move wherever the shade was moving, so we wouldn't have to worry about the sun. So, my auntie was like, why don't you girls go play at the park? A few times going to the park and back to watch the baseball game, it was getting to the end of the baseball game, and I really wanted to go see my cousin beat those bozos. So, she refused to go. Whatever I said. And then a guy on a skateboard came skating by and talked to the kid next to us, which was his younger brother. So as we were doing this, they were talking, and my younger cousin was just like, can I ride your skateboard? Of course, the guy said, no, sorry, kid. And then he went back to his conversation. And then the next thing I know, he skated away, and his brother stayed to play. So I'm like, nothing, just an older brother talking to his younger brother and then Bawahi refused to leave, and the game was ending up, and I didn't know the score at all at this point. And so I'm just like, and she's like, the only way I'll go is if I can skateboard to mommy. I'm like, I'm sorry, but the guy said no already. And she said, fine, stupid. That my younger cousin called me stupid. I walked up to her and said, what did you say? And she wouldn't tell me. She just pushed me. And then I went up again and said, what did you call me? And she said, I called you stupid, and pushed me. I was kind of frustrated. And not only that, but she wasn't letting any of the little kids at the park play on that thing. So I yanked her off the thing a few times so that, like, the other kids have turns. Finally, I negotiated with her to go back so I could see the game. But by now, they were already cleaning up the chairs. I'm talking like the game was over. They were cleaning up the chairs, putting them away. I was frustrated. I didn't even know the score. So at this point, I'm just like, fine. And finally, after showing her that they were leaving, she ran up. And I'm just, wait. I skipped a part. Rewind a little bit. I negotiated with her. We got back so I could tell. They told me the score. But I'm like, can I wrestle? And my auntie's like, sure. I told her what my younger cousin. I told my auntie what my younger cousin did. Not even a slap on the wrist. My auntie looked at her and says, oh, that's okay. Hey, honey, do you want to play Minecraft on my phone? And she says, no, you're being mean to me, Mommy. And my auntie just said, I'm not being mean. Oh, come on, you can play Minecraft on my phone. And so that, not even a slap on the wrist. Like, just, hey, do you want to play on my phone? And I'm just like, okay, maybe she wants her to cool down. Nope. She did many more diabolical things and was plenty cooled off. In fact, she forgot about the whole occasion and was quite goofing off and happy. And she still didn't get a slap on the wrist. Not even a timeout, because her family does do timeouts. And I was kind of frustrated. I didn't get spit on, called stupid, and pushed by a little girl. Can I say hi? Vivian, no. Telling a story. Shh. And so I was just like, okay, but I wasn't gonna argue or be jerky to my auntie or my grandma or grandpa, because they're taking me out to a restaurant. They're taking me out to a baseball game and letting me hang out until 8:30, and I was pretty grateful. So I didn't say a word, and I was just goofing. I was just being nice for the rest of the time. And yet when me and my cousin, my boy cousin, who was only a year younger than me, he actually looked my age. He actually didn't look that young. In fact, we were really close age. In fact, I don't think we were a full year apart. It just, since my birthday is in an awkward place, that a year sounds like a lot younger, but really, since my birthday is in such an awkward place, we were basically are in the same grade, so I wasn't really bothered by it. We were